The global security landscape just fundamentally shifted. Iran, it appears, has secretly accelerated its nuclear capabilities, moving far closer to a deployable weapon than previously understood. This isn't a rumor. This is intelligence suggesting a profound, urgent recalibration of power in the Middle East, with direct, terrifying implications for Israel and the United States. We're not here for speculation. We are here to bring you the cold, hard geopolitical reality. Today, we've convened an urgent meeting with one of the greatest minds in international relations, the intellectual titan John Mearsheimer, to unravel precisely what this secret advance means. What are the undeniable strategic repercussions? What are the options? And perhaps more importantly, what are the inevitable outcomes? The chatter from intelligence communities, now reaching a critical mass, points to a sophisticated, covert leap in Iran's enrichment program and its weaponization pathways. This isn't merely about higher enrichment percentages. It's about the speed, the stealth, and the implied mastery of the entire fuel cycle, pushing them past the breakout threshold and into a far more dangerous dash capability. Mearsheimer has long warned us about the inherent dangers of an unconstrained Iran, and his predictions, chillingly, are converging with present reality. He argues that states pursue nuclear weapons for very real, very rational security reasons, and Iran is no exception. This latest development suggests they are rapidly closing the strategic gap. For Israel, this is not just a policy challenge, it is quite literally an existential one. An Iranian bomb fundamentally shatters Israel's regional military superiority and its doctrine of qualitative edge. Imagine the geopolitical calculus for Jerusalem right now. Does Israel absorb this reality and transition to a deterrence posture, hoping mad, mutual assured destruction can prevent conflict? Or does this accelerate their timeline for a preemptive strike, a catastrophic choice that would inevitably engulf the entire region in an unprecedented conflagration? Mearsheimer contends that Israel, deeply informed by its history and strategic doctrine, would find a nuclear Iran intolerable. The question isn't if they react, but how and when. The window of opportunity for anything short of military action is rapidly closing, if not already shut. Now, let's turn to the United States. For decades, American policy has been predicated on preventing nuclear proliferation, especially in volatile regions. An Iranian bomb represents not just a failure of that policy, but a strategic nightmare. It undermines U.S. influence, empowers hostile proxies, and destabilizes global oil markets. Washington faces an agonizing dilemma: acquiesce to a nuclear Iran, hoping for a Cold War-style containment, or commit to military action, risking another protracted and costly war in the Middle East, a war the American public has no appetite for. Mearsheimer would argue that the U.S. is caught between its desire to maintain a regional balance of power and its long-standing commitment to Israel's security. This secret advance forces Washington's hand, demanding a clear, unequivocal strategy, which frankly has been lacking for years. The days of strategic patience are over. This is a five-alarm fire. But the implications don't stop there. A nuclear Iran would trigger a proliferation cascade across the Middle East. Why would Saudi Arabia, Turkey, or even Egypt stand idly by, vulnerable to a nuclear-armed Tehran? This single event could unravel the entire non-proliferation treaty regime, igniting an arms race of unimaginable scale and danger. We are talking about a world where regional powers are nuclear-armed, where brushfire conflicts suddenly carry the terrifying risk of nuclear escalation. Mearsheimer's realism tells us that states will always prioritize their own survival. If Iran goes nuclear, others will follow, perceiving it as their only rational response to an existential threat. This isn't just about Iran. It's about the future of global stability. This secret advance isn't merely a headline. It's a seismic shift beneath the surface of international relations. We are witnessing the dawn of a new, more perilous geopolitical era. The old rules, the old assumptions, are being violently discarded. The urgency cannot be overstated. What we thought was a distant threat is now an immediate, terrifying reality. Understanding this moment, understanding the cold, strategic logic behind these developments is paramount. The consequences of ignorance, or worse, inaction, are simply too grave to contemplate. The world Mearsheimer has warned us about for so long is now undeniably here.